in a mono blue, we're starting off with Accumulate Wisdom, 2-cost instant lesson. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Put each of those cards in your hand. Instead, if there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, then we have Benevolent River Spirit, 2-cost creature spirit, has an additional cost to cast the spell, Waterbend 5, Flying Ward 2. When this creature enters, scry 2. Boomerang Basics, 1-cost sorcery lesson. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you control that permanent, draw a card. Then you have Crashing Wave, 2-cost sorcery, an additional cost to cast the spell, Waterbend X. Tap up to X target creatures, then distribute 3 stun counters among tapped creatures your opponent controls. Ember Island Production, 5-cost sorcery, choose 1. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it's not legendary and it's a 4/4 hero in addition to its other types. Or you can create a token that's a copy of target creature an opponent controls, except it's not legendary and it's a 2/2 coward in addition to its other types. First Time Flyer, 2-cost creature, human pilot ally with flying. This creature gets +1/+1 as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. Then you have Flexible Waterbender, 4-cost creature, human warrior ally with vigilance, Waterbend 3. This creature has base power and toughness 5/2 until end of turn. Then you have Forecasting Fortune Teller, 2-cost creature, human advisor ally. When this creature enters, create a clue token. Then you have Geyser Leaper, 5-cost creature, human warrior ally with flying, Waterbend 4, draw a card, then discard a card. Then we have Giant Koi, 6-cost creature, fish, Waterbend 3. This creature can't be blocked this turn, and has Island Cycling 2. Then we have our Grand, 1-cost legendary creature, human peasant ally. Whenever Grand becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. 9 creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Then we have Honest Work, 1-cost enchantment aura, enchant creature an opponent controls. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1, and tap, add a colorless named Humble Merchant. Then we have Iguana Parrot, 3-cost creature, lizard bird pirate with flying vigilance and prowess. Invasion Submersible, 3-cost artifact vehicle. When this vehicle enters, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Exhaust, Waterbend 3. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it. Eloquentia, 2-cost instant lesson, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Katara Bending Prodigy, 3-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara is tapped, put a +1/+1 counter on her. Waterbend 6, draw a card. Knowledge Seeker, 2-cost creature, fox spirit with vigilance. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, create a clue token. The Legend of Kuruk, 4-cost saga. With 1 and 2 lower counters, you can scry 2, then draw a card. At 3, exile the saga, then return it to the battlefield, transform under your control into Avatar Kuruk. Then legendary creature Avatar. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Exhaust, Waterbend 20. Take an extra turn after this one. Then you have Lost Days, 5-cost instant lesson. The owner of target creature or enchantment puts it into their library. Second from the top or on the bottom, you create a clue token. Master Paku, 2-cost legendary creature, human advisor ally with prowess. Whenever Master Paku becomes tapped, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. Then you have the Mechanist Aerial Artisan, 3-cost legendary creature, human artificer ally. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. Until end of turn, target artifact token you control becomes a 3/1 construct artifact creature with flying. North Pole Patrol, 3-cost creature, human soldier ally. By tapping, you can untap another target permanent you control. Waterbend 3, tap target creature and opponent controls. Octopus Form, 1-cost instant lesson. Target creatures you control get +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap it. Then you have Otter Penguin, 2-cost creature, Otter Bird. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, this creature gets +1/+2 until end of turn and can't be blocked this turn. Then you have Rowdy Snowballers, 3-cost creature, human peasant ally. When this creature enters, tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on them. Then you have Secret of Bloodbending. It's a 4-cost sorcery lesson. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may Waterbend 10. You control a target opponent during their next combat phase. If the spell's additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. Exile Secret of Bloodbending. Then you have Serpent of the Past, 7-cost creatures. Serpent, if there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, you may cast this spell as though it had a flash. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Then you have Sokka's Haiku, 5-cost instant lesson, counter target spell. Draw a card, then mill 3 cards. Untap target land. Then you have the Spirit Oasis 3-cost legendary enchantment, Shrine. When the Spirit Oasis enters, draw a card for each shrine you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, draw a card. Then you have Spirit Water Revival 3-cost sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may waterbend 6. Draw 2 cards. If the spell's additional cost was paid, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7 cards, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. And you exile it. Tio Spirited Glider, 4-cost legendary creature, human pilot ally with flying. Whenever one or more creatures you control with flying attack, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then you have Tiger Seal, 1-cost creature, Cat Seal with Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, untap this creature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap this creature. Then you have Ty Lee, Chi Blocker, 3-cost legendary creature, human performer ally with flash and prowess. When Ty Lee enters, tap up to 1 target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Ty Lee. Then you have the Unagi of Kyoshi Island, 5-cost legendary creature, Serpent with flash, ward, waterbend 4. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw 2 cards. Then you have Wan Shitan, Librarian, legendary creatures, Bird Spirit with flash, flying vigilance. When it enters, put X +1/+1 counters on him, then draw half X cards round and down. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on Wan Shitan and draw a card. Then you have Waterbender Ascension, 2-cost enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, draw a card. Waterbend 4. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Waterbending Lesson, 4-cost sorcery lesson. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card unless you waterbend 2. Waterbending Scroll, 2-cost artifacts. By spending 6, you can tap, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to cast, to activate for each island you control. Then you have Watery Grasp, 1-cost enchantment aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Waterbend 5, enchanted creature's owner shuffles it into the library. Then you have Yue the Moon Spirit, 4-cost legendary creature, spirit ally. Flying Vigilance, Waterbend 5, tap. You may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Agent of Treachery, 7-cost creature, human rogue. When this creature enters, gain control of target permanent. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. Then you have Bribery, 5-cost sorceries. Search target opponent's library for a creature card and put that card onto the battlefield under your control, then that player shuffles. Clone, 4-cost creature, shapeshifter. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Clone Legion, 9-cost sorcery. For each creature target player controls, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Force of Negation, 3-cost instant. If it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into your owner's graveyard. Imprisoned in the Moon, 3-cost enchantment aura. Enchant creature, land or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent is a colorless land with tap, add colorless, and loses all other card types and abilities. Then we have Intruder's Alarm, 3-cost enchantment. Creatures don't untap during their controller's untap steps. Whenever a creature enters, untap all creatures. Then you have Mystic Remora, 1-cost enchantment, cumulative upkeep 1. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 4. Prosperity, sorcery, each player draws X cards. Judy, Public Servant, also known as Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. 4-cost legendary creature, human rogue. You may have Judy enter as a copy of another creature you control, except it has Judy's other abilities. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control. Partner. Standstill, 2. Enchantment. When a player casts a spell, sacrifice this enchantment. If you do, each of that player's opponents draws 3 cards. Then you have Training Grounds, 1-cost enchantment. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less to activate. This effect can't reduce the mana of that cost to less than 1 mana. Then you have Visions of Beyond, 1-cost instant. Draw a card. If a graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, draw 3 cards instead. Qatar's Reversal, 4-cost instant. Counter up to 4 target spells and or abilities. Untap up to 4 target artifacts and or creatures. Then you have Baboon Spirit, 3-cost creature, monkey spirit. Whenever another non-token spirit you control enters, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. By spending 4, you can exile another target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. The Blue Spirit, you have a 4-cost legendary creature, human rogue ally. You may cast the first creature spell you cast each turn as though it had flash. Whenever non-token creature you control enters during combat, draw a card. Chakra Meditation, 3-cost enchantment. Whenever this enchantment enters, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card, then discard a card unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Then you have Dutiful Knowledge Seeker, 3-cost creature, Fox Spirit. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into a library from anywhere, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. By spending 3, you can put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Then you have Katara, Waterbending Master, 2-cost legendary creature, human warrior ally. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. Whenever Katara attacks, you may draw a card for each experience counter you have. If you do, discard a card. Then you have Nightmares and Daydreams, 3-cost Saga. If it has 1, 2, or 3 lore counters on it, until your next turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target player mills cards equal to that spell's mana value. At 4, you can draw a card. If a graveyard has 20 or more cards in it, draw 3 cards instead. Princess Yue, 3-cost legendary creature, human noble ally. When she dies, if she was a non-land creature, return this card to the battlefield tapped under your control. She's a land named Moon. She gains tap, add, colorless. You can also spend 2 or tap to scry 2. Then your Twee and La, Moon and Ocean, 4-cost legendary creature, fish spirit. Whenever Twee and La become tapped, draw a card. Whenever Twee and La become untapped, put a +1/+1 counter on them. Then your Unagi Spray, 1-cost instant. Target creature gets -4, -0 until end of turn. If you control a fish, otter, seal, serpent, or whale, draw a card. Then we have Wan Shitan, all-knowing, 5-cost legendary creature, bird spirit, flying. When Wan Shitan enters, target non-land permanent owner puts it into the library, second from the top, or on the bottom. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into a library from anywhere, create 2 1/1 color spirit creature tokens with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Waterbender's Restoration, 2-cost instant lesson as additional cost to cast the spell Waterbend X. Exile X target creatures you control, return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control in the beginning of the next end step. Whirlwind Technique, 6-cost instant lesson, target player draws 2 cards and discards a card, airbend up to 2 target creatures. Brainstorm, 1-cost instant, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards in your hand on the top of your library in any order. Then you have Coastal Piracy, 4-cost enchantment, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. Consider 1-cost Surveil 1, draw a card. Dramatic Reversal, 2-cost instant, untap all non-land permanents you control. Frantic Search, 3-cost instant, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, untap up to 3 lands. Deny Entry, 3-cost instant. Counter target creature spell, draw a card, then discard a card. Flying Dolphin Fish, 2-cost creature, whale fish, flying. Lost in the Spirit World, 3-cost sorcery, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. The Terror of Serpent's Pass, 7-cost legendary creature serpent with hexproof. Turtle Seals, 4-cost creatures, turtle seal with vigilance. Water Whip, 2-cost sorcery lesson, as an additional cost to cast a spell, Waterbend 5. Return up to 2 target creatures in their owner's hand, draw 2 cards. Fierce Guardianship, 3-cost instant. If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. Mystic Tutor, 1-cost instant. Search your library for an instant or a sorcery card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. So that was a quick look at all the mono blue cards in this new Avatar Last Airbender set. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys are searching for any of those cards, what cards are going to be included in your standard or commander decks. Very curious to see what you guys are going to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a good one.